You ever catch yourself just thinking about the past? Like, really thinking about it? Not just those random moments you remember, but the kind of thoughts that linger. It's funny how nostalgia can grab a hold of you like that, right? You find yourself almost yearning for a time when things felt simpler, or maybe just more familiar. I don't know about you, but sometimes it feels like the past is still hanging around, almost like it's waiting for me to come back. There's something about looking back that's comforting, though. Like, we're wired to remember the good stuff, even if we know it wasn't perfect. I mean, think about it. When you reminisce, you're not really remembering the stress, the anxiety, or the things that didn't go right. You remember the laughs, the moments when things just clicked. It's almost like your brain knows exactly which parts to pull out of the past to make you feel good. And it's not just about romantic relationships either. It could be any kind of memory, right? A favorite place, an old hobby, even just hanging out with friends. It's like a warm blanket for your soul, like you're getting a little taste of what once was. But here's the thing about nostalgia, it's fleeting. And no matter how much we chase it, we can never fully recapture it. It's like trying to hold water in your hands. You can feel it, but it slips away. For me, nostalgia hits hardest with past relationships. There's this weird sense of longing, but also a bit of confusion. I start thinking about certain moments, the laughs we shared, the small gestures, the little things that felt so right back then. And there's this part of me that wonders, was it that moment that made me feel alive? Or was it just the time we were in? You know, when everything felt like it had meaning and nothing felt like it was going to end. I had a relationship once that, in hindsight, I can't really get out of my head. It's not like I want to go back to it, but sometimes the memories feel so vivid. Like I can hear her voice or remember the way she looked when we were just talking about nothing. And I start thinking, why does it still matter? But I think that's the thing with nostalgia. It's not always about wanting to relieve something. It's about how the feeling of that moment stays with you long after it's gone. But here's where nostalgia starts to mess with you. At first, it feels nice, like you're remembering your favorite song or a moment that made everything feel right. But then it can start to feel heavy. You catch yourself wishing things could just go back to that moment. And it's like you're chasing something that doesn't exist anymore. Maybe you start thinking, what if I could just recreate that feeling? But the truth is that feeling's already gone. For me, it's kind of like I'm stuck between wanting to hold onto that past feeling, but also feeling like I'm supposed to keep moving forward. It's confusing as hell, honestly. You don't want to be the person who's constantly looking back, but it's hard to let go of the things that once felt so good. And that's when nostalgia can turn into this weird tug of war between wanting the comfort of the past and needing to live in the present. I've realized that sometimes I'm chasing the feeling more than the person, or the place, or the time. There's moments when I'll try something new, something that's supposed to make me feel good, and I can't help but compare it to those past memories. It's like I'm subconsciously trying to recreate those feelings of warmth, of certainty, but it never quite hits the same way. I go to new places, meet new people, try new things, but the feeling I'm after just isn't there anymore. I think that's because deep down, I'm not actually chasing the person or the place or the event. I'm chasing how those things made me feel. It's the comfort, the simplicity, the connection. But it's hard to make something new feel like the past. And maybe that's okay. Maybe it's just part of the process of moving forward. And I think that's the weirdest part of nostalgia. It makes you feel like there's something to find. Like, if you just think hard enough, you can unlock whatever it is you've been missing. But that's not how it works. Those feelings were real, but they existed in a certain time, under certain circumstances. They weren't meant to last forever. But that doesn't mean new moments won't hit just as deep. The problem is you don't realize how much a moment matters until it's already behind you. That's what makes nostalgia so addictive. It's not the past itself we miss, it's the clarity we have about the past. In the moment, you never really know you're in the middle of something you'll look back on later. You don't get that certainty until later. So I guess the real challenge is learning to sit with the uncertainty of right now, to stop looking at the past as something you lost, and instead as proof that there are still moments worth living for. Maybe they won't look exactly the same, but that doesn't mean they won't matter just as much one day. Because at the end of the day, we're all chasing something, some feeling, some sense of meaning. But maybe the point isn't to find what we once had. Maybe the point is to pay attention to what's happening now, so that years from today, we'll have something new to look back on. Something we'll miss just as much.